again tonight. After we go ahead and unhost the person who I just started hosting. Alright, fantastic. So we are going to continue with the green Space Invader. I want to make sure that I have pencils to mark off where I am on my pattern. And I just kind of left everything out from last time. I was very tired. So grab this guy. Now that I'm not traveling as much with the patterns, I can relax a bit. I can get this all set up, and I can actually cross off where I'm at. So with this one, I started from the top down, which I usually do. Hey, Tech Angel! Oh no! Well, I mean, you can go ahead and do your knitting thing. I mean, that's not stopping you. Let's see, so I've got 1, 2 rows. And then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more rows. 4 and 5. Alright, so the next row I do is going to exactly the same as the last one. Yeah, it's we should figure out how to do like a dual stream thing. I haven't quite wrapped my head around the technology behind it, and I know it's supposed to be relatively simple, but I'd like to do dual streams with people. And we're both, it's kind of like through a third-party site. I don't know. I've seen Mini Burger do it. Oh, I do have a Discord also. I'm still working on setting it up, but I just got it. Oh, I forgot to put music on. I don't think music's really all that important at the moment. Yeah, I just started up a Discord. I haven't quite gotten everything worked out, but Discord's kind of like a... Haha, excellent. Yeah, once you see someone's face. Yeah, Discord can probably be an evolving work in progress. Ugh, I have such a mess of my yarn here. So half my stream tonight, apparently, is going to be me untangling the yarn. Yeah, I think I'm like backwards from a lot of people. I remember names better like than faces. I'm like, oh yeah, I know that person. Couldn't tell you what they looked like though. I think I've offended some people when I don't remember them when I meet them, or like when I see them a second time. Now Twitch is a bit different because you're seeing people's faces all the time. You're interacting with them. You're talking with them. You're watching them laugh. All that stuff. But if you're just communicating like via email or whatever, it's just not the same. So I wore the scarf today because it's been kind of chilly down here. But now that I'm very warm. That'll probably change in a few minutes. I'll put that back on again. I'm not 50, I swear. Not yet. Someday. So I know you've mentioned that you also like watch Mini Burger and stuff like that. Who else do you usually like hang out with or whatever? Or are you mostly just doing the streaming? I suppose if you're knitting though, you're probably not wanting to chat too much because you just want your hands on the needles, not on the keyboard. I should stop asking you questions. Thank you very much for that follow. I can't... P-Bell? Okay, that's another thing I need to fix. When my notifications pop up, because I kind of have like a bluish background because I need to improve my lights, I'm so sorry I can't read those, but thank you so much for the follow. So I am planning on working on the green Space Invader tonight. Once I get this yarn barf under control. So it's quite the hot mess right now. Like I've both ends currently just tied up in this. They're stuck at the same spot, which is pretty terrifying as far as the logistics it will take to untangle it. Neb, hey there! Yeah, I have a bit of a different setup than a lot of streamers. They do the face and hand cam. I probably will do like a cam down here at some point once I get things set up. But what I noticed previously is that I was very uncomfortable crafting at my computer. My desk is just a little too high. So by the end of streaming, like I'd be crafting way up here and my back would hurt. I felt terrible. So after a couple months of kind of a hiatus, we rearranged the space, and now I have a couch I can sit on and hang out with people, chat, do my crafts, untangle this super, super unwieldy yarn. But I can also have all the yarn and stuff I need, like, right where I can grab it. So I do need to make it a point to clean up after every stream. I didn't the last time. But, now, I don't know, Tech Angel, have you ever had, like, super crazy tangled yarn? I mean, that sounds like a silly question from one crafter to another because the answer is usually, well, of course I have. Oh, thank you, Neb. That's an encouraging comment. I mean, there's things, I do hope to get better lighting. I just have a standalone light thing now. Thank you so much for that host. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was gonna say, is that there's some people who actually find untangling yarn very relaxing and therapeutic and all that. I normally do, except I really want to get to crocheting right now, because that's what I'm here for. This isn't Untangle the Yarn stream, but it might turn into that. Because I'm doing like a third part. I'm like a third. Oh, thanks for the host, Tech Angel. So I got this part mostly untangled, so it'll be a little easier to get the next part in theory. Alright. This guy, this ball, he's the real culprit. But the reason this turned out to be kind of all tangled to begin with, it was tangled inside the skein, so when I tried to use... Oh, sweet! Steamad! So yeah, it was tangled all inside of the skein. So when I went to go do the center pole and just be like, make it easy peasy like it's supposed to be, it just came out in this huge knot. And I was able to kind of pull out what I needed, but there comes a time where you have to fully untangle it. And we are going to make that tonight. Thank you so much for that host, and I do need to figure out how to read those. Needy Bird! Thank you! Oh, that is so awesome! So welcome everybody to the Crochet Couch. I need to go ahead and cascade these. Party of 4, raid time! So yeah, first step to crocheting is untangle your yarn. Stay needy. Oh yeah, that's that's a cool phrase, cool slogan. Stay needy. Yeah, I need this to be like not so crazy. So yeah, real crafter problems. I'm much further along with getting this untangled than I was like 5 minutes ago, so we are making relatively fast progress on getting it functional. Please, please, how West of Loathing? Oh, have you ever played Kingdom of Loathing? I'll ask you that question first. Do you know what you're getting into by starting to play West of Loathing? Like, do you know about it? Do you know what it is? Oh, ho, ho. So I love Kingdom of Loathing. I've been playing that God, for like 2005, I think, is when I created my account. And I've been playing it on and off. It's a stick figure game. But the art isn't why you're playing the game. It is so like wacky. It's just wacky. They make so many like pop culture references. They A4, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. So yeah, Kingdom of Loathing, all the pop culture references. They do a ton of play on words. If you like puns, they're all about puns. Like you'll be reading stuff, it'll make you groan. You'll do a quest area, and then like 3 or 4 quest areas later, you'll be like, oh my god, that's what they meant by that. Like they just have all these crazy cultural tie-ins. And West of Loathing is very similar. Um, Now, Kingdom of Loathing is more like a text-based game, whereas West of Loathing is actually kind of like it's a platformer essentially. It's a platformer, but just as crazy, weird commentary. Like they cross lines you wouldn't expect people to cross. Like it's weird. I've never played Cat Quest, but that sounds kind of wacky and fun too. I have no idea what to expect in Cat Quest. But yeah, so Kingdom of Loathing plays best on Firefox. Like it didn't do well with the Chrome stopping when they stopped using Flash and all that. Like that didn't transfer over well. So all you guys, if you are interested in some crazy puns, if you think you know humor, I would definitely check out Kingdom of Loathing, and you learn a whole nother level of humor. Oh, gotta be careful. Don't want to get them too tangled up because that's the stuff that's relatively untangled. Everything's relative. And that may have just tangled it all up again. You need to do some gaming nights. Yeah, I don't want my. I mean, I want to do gaming sometimes. I don't want to turn into a gaming stream though. Um, Partially because there's already a lot of competition for gaming streams. I want to do creative and I want to have the creative stuff happening. Also, speaking about the puns being real, this tangle is pretty real. I mean, I could probably keep crocheting at this point without it, but I do want to get it. And I don't need this much green for what I'm doing. I need a little bit of green. So we can actually probably pause the untangling and just start with the crafting. Oh wait, maybe not. Because I need this stuff that's all in here. This is the next place I have to go. Alright, well, guess that was a lie. So has anybody else in chat heard of Kingdom of Loathing or played Kingdom or even West of Loathing? Or am I just kind of alone in that? Seem to be alone in that. I've heard of crocheting. Yeah, sorry guys. Um, so grab the hook. I'll try and keep crocheting as long as I can. As long as I have yarn that's untangled. What do you usually make, Nib? Alright, so this row is going to be the same as the previous one. I know Needy Bird Crochets. Are you currently working on your unicorn, or are you just kind of kicking back and watching my insanity here? A blanket requires me to use a minimum of 19mm hook. What? So, just for reference, guys, this is a 5.25mm hook. My bigger ones, my biggest one is an N hook, but I don't know what that is in millimeters. I don't think that's quite, well, it could be over 19. Oh, I did see that in Needy Bird's Discord. So yeah, that's a good, yes. So that's why I gotta get a Discord. Or I have the Discord. Kill for Love, thanks for the host. So yes, I have the Discord. It's just not quite ready. I'm not ready to release it into the wild yet. But that announcement will be soonish. I need to find a picture for the thing, and I need to learn a little more about permission controls. And then the Discord will be ready. So this is 6 here. And then I'll switch it out and do another 2. Thank you for that, host. Was it Ready Nutty 8? Alright, gotta keep this loose. Keep this loose so it just doesn't actually make a knot. That's the biggest thing. If you get to a knot, gotta just stop and back it up. But yeah, there's something in here that's pretty seriously twisted up. Alright, so and this is the 6th green stitch, and then we switch over to the black and tuck it right back in there. And then 2 black stitches with the green tucked in. Let's see. So alright, so you're making a blanket with the big hooks. Like, what kind of yarn are you using? Is it a super fluffy yarn, or is it gonna be a bit, is it a burnout blanket type yarn? Or more of like a red heart, you're using lots of stitches type yarn? Smithy, was it 2418? Thank you for that, host. Bernat Mega Bulky. Oh, so it's gonna be a super soft, like, puffy blanket. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Those should work up really quick. Like, was it? I wonder. It's a lot of host notifications, which I greatly appreciate. I'm just wondering if I should actually set a limit to them. 7 weight, yeah, the jumbo. So when I started spinning, I started learning a bit more about how important yarn weight was. And, once you spin your own yarn, you need to kind of label it. And it's like, okay, well, what weight did I just spin? I don't know. I just spinned whatever felt right. Crazy Ways, thank you for the host. So I got into measuring, wraps per inch, and Red Fox, thank you for the host. So we got into all that, and then I realized that, like, different websites were using different measurements of what each yarn size meant and what the wraps per inch was. I'm like, there's gotta be a standard somewhere. And there is. It's the Craft Yarn Council, so that's the standard. So I went to their webpage, and they don't talk about wraps per inch, which I found extremely odd. But there might be just enough controversy where wraps per inch isn't how they measure yarn. At least not for the Craft Yarn Council. I did just a little bit of research into it. Obviously not a lot, because then